Hello and welcome. My name's Gareth and you're watching On Your Doorstep, where we investigate local businesses that are right on your doorstep. Joining me now is a gentleman by the name of Gareth. Great name, by the way.
I totally agree.
Name. And he works with a company of Loveley Jubbley. So, hello Gareth, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
So, first of all, can you tell me a bit more about Loveley Jubbley then and what it's all about?
Loveley Jubbley is an online auction site, website or system. It all depends on how you like to say it, but in general, the general public or anybody who becomes a member, once you've registered to be a member of the system, you then can buy or sell any item you particularly want to sell. You can sell it through the system, or if you want to buy something that's been listed by another member, then you can buy it. As simple as that. That's as simple as a straightforward auction system that is online. So instead of having a bricks and mortar building to run live auctions, although we do work with other auction rooms to help them have a larger audience, and basically that's what it is. It's an auction system. And
So is it very similar to eBay then?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're a copy of eBay, but we have a very similar sort of concept, yes.
Right, so what, if you was to compare the two websites, what's the difference between eBay and Loveley Jubbley?
What's the difference?
Yeah. What's like the advantages of Loveley Jubbley? Basically?
Well, the advantages, the difference is our system seems to be a lot easier to use because it's not so in-depth with the type of opportunities, if you like. eBay's got a much bigger audience and they don't cater for me and you as individuals.
Right.
So the smaller concept, as Loveley Jubbley is, caters for Lincolnshire people. We target Scunthorpe, Grimsby and North Lincolnshire area in general, and I suppose because of the publications we actually use, you know, the parish magazines, etc. So we use small publications rather than targeting the whole national or the country or the world, right? The World Wide Web's massive. What we're trying to be is a bit more selective to the local area.
Right.
Generally in the, we are now where are we, North East Lincolnshire?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that general area, you know, around the Humber, Hull, I suppose, as far as probably Sheffield, all the way across to Grimsby, that general area is what the area we target with all our marketing and advertising. And we do things for charity in those areas, you know, different charities. And like I say, we work strongly with a couple of auction rooms and help them run. Well, they run their live auction, the auction room with a gavel when it hits the table, that's it, it's sold. We have people sitting in the auction room representing the bidders in the room. However, if you wanted to buy something at that auction, which is a live object, then you could bid through our system.
So tell me a bit more about this live auction then. So say somebody who wants to go but can't make it.
That's exactly what happens, yeah.
What actually happens?
All auction rooms will have a viewing period, so you know, they've got the layout, all their wares, that's going to be set up for auction. The two auction rooms we work with start their items at £1. So they don't start and ask for a starting figure, they start at £1 for everything.
Oh, that's
so be
brilliant. Careful
when you put stuff in for auction because it might sell for a lot less than what you really want, which is something you've got to be careful about when you do want to sell something
so nothing
via
like,
auction.
for example, like an antique worth, you know, so much money and then...
Yeah, if you think it's worth £1,000, don't expect to get £1,000 when you put something into auction, because that's what auctions are all about. You're there to bag a bargain. Exactly what we do through the website as well. So people go and view and see what the stuff is up for auction if they don't want anything or not interested in anything. However, we've seen a great increase of people using the site because of these type of auctions. They've been and seen the item, but they haven't got the time to make it to the auction, for whatever reason. But they can go onto our site now and they'll find the item that they're interested in, a silver ring or a settee, or it could be anything, literally anything that's been sold. And they have the option then to make their reserve bid, or they can sit and watch the bids happening as it's going on. Obviously we're restrained, we have from the broadband service because we're one of the auction rooms that's quite slow, so it's quicker with 3G connection than it is with a broadband connection. But that's one of the problems we have. People sitting there watching the bids as they're going along. It's not. We're thinking about connecting a live camera so they can actually watch the auction at the same time, which would be a lot quicker. But even again, we're still restrained by or restricted by the speed of the broadband type connection. But again, you know, we have a lot of people who actually come on and they place a bid and then they see the bids going and then carry on making more bids live as the auction is actually happening there and then, which I think is quite exciting.
It does sounds great.
It's like I suppose when you're in the auction room, because one of the auction rooms that we work with has somebody sitting on the phones as well. They've got 2 phones, and they have people from America bidding on things because antiques are antiques. You know, this particular room, and there was 2 weeks ago there was an old Edwardian sort of silver chalice which weighed in itself, just in weight alone, for you know, if you wanted to melt it down in silver, was worth £600.
Right.
So you know, the scrap merchants were there who would just buy it for the sake of you know, melting it down, but because of the artwork that was on it, it was something from history. I can't remember exactly the issue of what it was about, but there was somebody in Massachusetts, if that's how you pronounce it, was interested in it, you know, and he found it through our site.
Brilliant.
Which is, you know, which is obviously that opens up the audience, especially for that type of thing. And why they found it, why they're interested, we don't really know. But instead of bidding through the site, they actually wanted to be on the phone, so they could hear it going on.
Easy way.
But they actually made a reserve bid of £700 anyway. So they were outbidding themselves to start with. When we realised afterwards who it was, and then he said, "Oh well, I found it through Loveley Jubbley," and oh right, and small conversations at the time. But they paid through our system, which is straightforward PayPal, but that's the way it linked through for them in the end.
So say if someone like myself wants to join Loveley Jubbley and be able to sell some products, what's the way of going through the process of doing it?
Well, it's quite straightforward. Like I said, one of the easiest things between us and the other larger sites, because there's other options if you want to use them, but we're a lot easier. We just want your address, your name, and an email address. And once you've confirmed your email address and you confirmed your age, that's it. You're registered. Whereas sometimes they want quite a few other things in the registration process for you to confirm who you are. We only want that, and we find that's quite adequate for the needs of it. So once you've done that, you can be up and running literally within probably 2 or 3 minutes.
So it's very simple to say, like, I want to take a picture of a product, then do I upload it on the internet and then literally...
Picture paints 1,000 words. We have several people who only put on there what the item actually is with a little short description, and that's it. So there's no picture. But a picture paints 1,000 words, as everybody knows. If you can take a picture, there's several different ways of taking your picture, whether you use your phone or, I mean, what do you call it, smartphones these days are fantastic. You can use your phone to load it onto our site, or you can use your broadbands or your internet connection, and how you get your picture onto your machine's up to you. There's several ways again, but yeah, take a picture and then you can load it straight on there. It takes literally seconds to do that. It's all down to the broadband speed connection you have at your house, so it's not our problem. And then once it's listed, you say, yes, I want to list it for 1 day or 2 days or whatever length of time you want to do it for. And then once it's on there, you state how much you want to sell it for. My suggestion to most people is put it on for £1 if you want to sell it. If you want X amount of pounds for it, then fine, but you might not get that. And you see that on other sites as well. And that's it. It literally takes seconds. And then we have quite a large membership now in this area. We do have people outside of the area, obviously, but we can't. Well, we're not willing to say no to people outside of the area, because more people the merrier. But we focus predominantly on the North Lincolnshire area, or the Lincolnshire area.
Oh, right. So with the website then, what other categories are there then with the website?
Oh.
So
if you'd asked me that yesterday, I could have come with a nice little list.
Oh, I'm with you. So it's basically there's loads of variety of
there's
different...
probably thousands of categories,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the bonus then when it comes to the website.
741.
Wow. That is
categories.
That's a lot.
But then again, that's even... There's more to be added to that.
Yeah.
Because there'll be somebody who wants to sell something, can't find a decent, a proper category to put it into.
Yeah.
Well, what that is at this moment in time, I don't know, till somebody asks me.
Right.
Because I get suggestions, or we get advised, if you like, that it would be better if you had this, for like stamps. You've got 4 different categories for stamps, I think. And we might get another suggestion, you're better off putting this word in, because people understand that better. I'm not a genius about Google searches, because we've got a great search engine within the site. You can search the site, but you'll only search for certain words, and that's where...
So that's another good bonus when it comes to websites like that. With such there's a lot of categories, it's better just to type it in quicker. And
We have a lot of people who find the items that they're looking for by doing the search.
So, and what's the name of the website then, so the public can log on to?
Loveleyjubbley.com. See it, bid it, buy it.
Ah, I like it. Yeah. See, that's great when you got to catch a title like that.
Yes,
So is there any
well,
other
we've had that one for quite a long time.
Right.
You know, when we came up with that phrase, and we sort of copied it from a comedian from Manchester.
Okay. Oh.
We're not going to mention his name, but you know, we didn't copy the exact words, but the way he said a joke brought out this phrase for us, and that was 7-8 years ago.
So whereabouts? You were saying about live auctions. Whereabouts do these live auctions take place then?
They're actually both in Scunthorpe.
Right.
One's just outside of Scunthorpe in a place called Brigg, and one's in Scunthorpe. Do you want the names?
Well, yeah.
Browns and Past and Present.
Oh, right.
Browns is more of a general auction, and they only have one auction a month, which is on a Saturday. And Past and Present is more of a antiques auction, but they run every Thursday. It's every Thursday evening.
Right. And how often these live auctions take place then?
So it's Past and Present, which is the antiques auction. They run every week.
Oh, so it is
every
quite
Thursday.
frequent then, so it's not like a monthly basis.
No.
Where
Then the other one that we help with is a monthly one, but they have a full day Saturday. It'll start at something like 9:30, 9:45 in the morning, and they don't finish till 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And they do lots of stuff, and it's quite a long day. You know, if you've got something that you're selling there and you want to see how much it makes, then you might have to go back 2 or 3 times and go out and have a coffee or whatever. But it's a long day, and they've got 3-4 auctioneers there. Yeah. That's, you know, it's a nice auction, variety of stuff, because it's a market, an old traditional market town, and that's the town itself is from cattle markets. That's what the original town was, the cattle market. Although that's not there anymore, but the auction room is still there. It's been several names over the last few years. But they have a lot of stuff, and we go there 4 days beforehand while they're listing everything. They take a month to do it. We have to do it all in a day. Take a quick picture, and we do a brief description. That's that done. Right. And then people can go on the Saturday or the date of the auction, and they can, whatever, if they go and look and view on the Thursday and can't make it on the Saturday, again, they can go onto our site and they can find the item and make what they call a reserve bid, like I say before, or bid live. Most people just put a reserve bid on. And
how do you see it expanding in the future then with Loveley Jubbley?
Very good question, really, because we want to add other features in there, but then we're worried in case we get too complicated, the same as eBay. You know, they've got lots of other little options you can do within their site, which not well. Some people probably try them and realise it's not that exciting. Yeah. You know, but we've now added a feature on our site, which is similar to eBay, where you can open a shop on the site. So now we're working with shops as well as just auction rooms and individuals. So you can, if you now want to try and start a small business, then we can offer you a shop placement online where all the payment gateways and everything's all sorted out for you. All you need to do is click a button and say, yes, I will pay whatever the price of size of shop you want.
Oh, right. So
we're half the price of all the other bigger sites, but then again, we're only targeting a smaller area.
Well, thank you very much, Gareth, for dropping by. That was very interesting. And thank you for watching at home. You've been watching On Your Doorstep. Thanks very much. Hey, that was good.
That went to 18 minutes.